Hello and welcome to 911, your call for help. Like the sidewalks we walk on, or the utilities that may run beneath them, certain services and systems are, well, they're just expected to be there. This program is about one of those systems, a very important system, the 911 Emergency Response System of St. Charles County. My name is Bob Watts and I'm the director of the St. Charles County Department of Dispatch and Alarm. We are a part of that emergency response system, along with the county's emergency management agency who maintains the 911 infrastructure, the 6 primary public safety answering points who are located in the communication centers of the St. Charles City, the St. Peters, the O'Fallon, the Wentzville, the Lake St. Louis Police Departments, and the St. Charles County Sheriff's Office. As responders, you have your municipal police, the sheriff, the Missouri State Highway Patrol, the 9 fire districts that cover and protect the county, the St. Charles City Fire Department, and the St. Charles County Ambulance District. When a 911 call is made, it is first routed to the appropriate public safety answering point. If the call is for police, it is handled right there. But should the call be to report a fire or to request an ambulance, it is promptly transferred to the Department of Dispatch and Alarm, where we receive, process, and dispatch all emergency fire and medical calls in the county. Our dispatchers are certified emergency medical and emergency fire dispatchers who are trained to gather the information necessary to dispatch the appropriate unit quickly and to render life-saving instructions if needed. About 375 times a day, someone in St. Charles County dials 911. It could be a call for police, maybe a call to report a fire, or a call requesting an ambulance. They may be reporting a crime in progress or suspicious activity, or could be calling in a major accident on the highway. Regardless of what the emergency is, trained professionals are standing by and ready to take the call and respond appropriately. Remember, in a police, fire, or medical emergency, if you need help, all you need to do is dial 911. Today we're going to take you through a 911 emergency medical call and show you how the system works. What we'll do is simulate it, but it is very realistic and does become intense. Our victim is fictitious, but our story is fact. 911 saves lives. Our resident here is about to suffer a cardiac arrest, an emergency that happened some 250 times in St. Charles County last year. It is a true emergency and time is of the essence. Statistics show that the victim of a cardiac arrest chance of survival is reduced 7 to 10% for every minute that they go without CPR or defibrillation, the electric shock. Few attempts at resuscitation succeed if life-saving procedures are not initiated within the first 10 minutes. We know how critical the time is. Our people are committed and our system is designed to get help to you as quickly as possible. Everyone involved in this program will be doing everything they can to save this life. Let's go in and meet him and his wife. This is Mike and Becky Duke, relaxing at home after a day at work. It could be you in your home or anyone else anywhere in St. Charles County. From West Alton to Augusta, from St. Charles City to Wentzville, regardless of where you are, you will get emergency help fast by dialing 911. The department that responds will differ depending on where you live, but all responders are highly trained, well-equipped, and dedicated to providing the highest level of emergency care possible. During this program, you will see a number of emergency service personnel involved in Mike's story, but the real lifesaver will be Becky. Becky has not had 1 minute of medical training, but she knows to dial 911, and that will save Mike's life. Let's see what happens.
Oh, what did you put in dinner tonight? Oh.
Oh my God, Mike? Mike, can you hear me? Mike, are you okay? Oh my God, we need help. Where's the phone? I'm gonna call 911.
Becky realizes her husband needs help. She dials 911. She lives in unincorporated St. Charles County, so her call is automatically routed to the St. Charles County Sheriff's Dispatch Center. If she lived in one of the municipalities, her call would have been routed to her city's police dispatcher. Each dispatch center is staffed with trained professional telecommunicators who know what to do.
911, where's your emergency?
I'm at 243 Charging Bear. Hurry, my husband has just collapsed. I don't know what happened.
Okay. Ma'am, let me get you over to a medical dispatcher. Don't hang up.
Okay, hurry, he's not breathing.
The sheriff's dispatcher has locked on to Becky's phone number and address, and her call is being transferred to the Department of Dispatch and Alarm. Since Becky called on her land-based phone, the 911 system automatically routed her call to the proper jurisdiction and furnished them with her name, address, and phone number. Now, with new technology, 911 calls made from a cell phone are also routed to the proper authority, and the number and location of the cell phone is automatically available to the dispatcher. This is crucial information. Should the caller disconnect, they can be called right back or help can be sent.
Fire and ambulance, where's your emergency?
We're at 243 Charging Bear.
243.
Oh my God.
257
hurry,
copy
please,
for a
not
Charging
breathing.
Bear.
We need an ambulance. Please hurry.
Okay, ma'am, calm down. What's the
257
telephone
respond,
It's
243
626
Charging Bear
555
Drive, 243 Charging Bear
7971.
Drive off Bear
number?
Creek.
What's the problem? Tell me exactly.
Ambulance
what
responding,
We were
reference
just
male
watching
subject that's
TV. I
collapsed
don't
and
know
not
what happened.
breathing.
He
His
just
wife
stood
is
up
with him at
and
this
he
time.
collapsed. He's not breathing. He just
happened?
collapsed.
Come on, calm
Mike,
down. I know you say he's
Mike,
not
we
breathing.
need
My
an
partner next
ambulance.
to me is
Please
getting
hurry.
somebody en route, okay? I
Mike?
need you to stay on the line with me.
Only seconds have passed since Becky dialed 911, and the actions that will save Mike's life have begun. A deputy has been dispatched who may be close to the incident. Many sheriff's deputies and police officers carry automatic defibrillators in their vehicles, and all are trained first responders. The emergency medical dispatcher has verified the address and phone number and entered that information into Dispatch and Alarm's computer-aided dispatch system. It will locate and assign the closest appropriate units. Our computer constantly tracks the location of almost all of the fire and EMS vehicles in the county and uses this data to assign the closest unit.
Ma'am, what's your name?
my name is Becky. Please tell me what to
Okay,
do.
Becky. What subdivision do you live in?
We're in the Fountains.
The Fountains. And what's your nearest major cross street?
North Point Prairie.
North Point Prairie.
Please hurry. He's not breathing.
Okay, I know, ma'am. My partner next to me is getting somebody en route. How old is your husband?
He's 45. Mike?
And are you right there with them?
Yes. Mike?
Is he conscious?
No, he's not conscious.
Okay, all right, Becky. Is he breathing?
No, he's not breathing.
Did you see what happened?
I don't know what happened. We were just watching TV and he stood up and collapsed.
Did he choke
Mike?
on anything first?
No.
Is there a defibrillator available?
No.
Now that emergency equipment is on the way, the dispatcher will try to find out exactly what happened, and based on Becky's responses, the emergency medical protocols will outline for the dispatcher the life-saving procedures Becky will have to follow to save Mike's life. Additional information the dispatcher receives will be passed on to the responding units by the way of their onboard computer. The computer contains all of the information about the incident, the status and location of all the units responding, as well as directions to the scene.
Okay, Becky, I am sending the paramedics, okay? Stay on the line and I'll tell you what to do next.
Okay.
Are you right there by him?
Yes, I'm right here.
Okay. Lay him flat on his back on the
Okay.
ground and remove any pillows.
There are no
All
pillows.
right, now I want you to kneel next to him and look in his
Okay.
mouth for any food or vomit. Is there anything in his mouth?
No, there's not.
Okay,
Mike?
you're doing good. Now place your hand on his forehead. I need you to place the other hand under
Okay.
his neck and slightly tilt his head back.
All right.
All right, put your ear next to his mouth.
Okay, I did that.
Can you feel or hear any breathing?
No, no. Oh my God, is he gonna
Okay.
die?
We're going to do some compressions, okay? Listen carefully and I'll tell you how to do them. I need you to make sure that he is flat on
Please
his back
hurry.
on the ground. All right? Place the heel of your hand on his breastbone in the center of his chest, right between his nipples.
Okay.
Put your other hand on top of that. And now I need you to press down firmly
Okay.
about 2 inches with only the heel of your lower hand touching his chest.
All right, I'm doing
Okay.
that.
Listen carefully, Becky. Okay, we're going to perform CPR. I need you to pump the
Okay.
chest hard and fast, at least twice per second. Okay, do this about 400 times. I know it sounds like a long time, but that's only about 3.5 minutes. It's not really that long.
Okay.
All right, let the chest come up all the way between pumps. All right, and I need you to tell me as soon as you're done, and I'll go ahead and stay on the line with you.
Okay.
Okay, I need you to count them out loud, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna set the phone down. Hold on.
The certified emergency medical dispatcher is following the protocol and scripts of the nationally recognized Priority Dispatch System. This system is reviewed and approved by the Medical Advisory Board that oversees the advanced life support services provided by the St. Charles County Ambulance District and the St. Charles City Fire Department. Many callers do not understand why the dispatcher keeps asking questions, but rest assured, the emergency response needed has already been sent. The additional information received and the life savings instructions given during this response period has been documented time and time again as life savings. The sending of the emergency equipment is not delayed. The emergency medical dispatch system just takes advantage of that en route time to provide help for the victim. If there is a person on scene who knows first aid procedures, The emergency medical dispatcher will encourage them to use their skills and provide them with any support they can give. In addition to first aid instructions, the emergency medical dispatcher will provide scene safety instructions when needed and will be there to provide comfort to a frightened caller.
Okay, I'm back. Now what do I do?
Okay, we're going to go ahead and start mouth to mouth now that you're done.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to tell you how to do that. With his head tilted back, I need you to
Okay.
pinch his nose closed and completely cover his mouth with your mouth.
Sheriff's Department.
Then
Oh
I
my
need
God,
you to blow
thank God
two.
you're here.
They're there.
Hi, ma'am.
Okay, Becky, you did a great job, okay?
I'm so glad you're here.
Fire department's right behind me.
Is he gonna be okay? What happened? I don't know. We were watching TV and you just collapsed.
I don't know. He's not breathing. Get up to the BB. I'm going.
With the guidance of the emergency medical dispatcher, Becky was able to perform CPR. When Mike's heart stopped, he had only a few minutes before irreversible brain damage would have occurred.
There's no pulse.
CPR added valuable time. It is now up to the emergency professionals to continue this life support until Mike's heart can be restarted. Because of the seriousness of this call, a fire unit was dispatched along with the ambulance. All of the fire units carry AEDs, and most all of the firefighters are EMTs.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey, what's up? 45-year-old was, that's his wife over there, sitting on the couch, they're watching TV. Got done with dinner a little while ago. He stood up and just kind of said he didn't feel good and fell down. He wasn't breathing, didn't have a pulse. Hooked him up, got an airway in him, started breathing for him, hooked him up to that, and here we are right now.
Okay, still pulseless.
What's that? Yeah, no
Is
pulse.
there bystander CPR?
Yes, the sheriff's department, yeah, she was doing, you were doing CPR, right? Yeah, she was doing CPR, and that's where we left off.
Okay, Jerry, go ahead and get the advanced airway set up. I got VFib on the monitor, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and set up a shot. Keep doing compressions. Okay, clear, everybody clear? I'm clear, you're clear, we're all clear. Shocking. Okay, resume CPR.
Once the paramedics arrive on the scene, the firefighters and paramedics are able to perform advanced life support procedures, such as advanced
he's got
airway
no history
management
or anything like
and
that?
administration of cardiac drugs.
No, nothing.
They follow the advanced cardiac life support protocols of the American Heart Association, and they become an extension of the hospital emergency room.
Here's your line right here. Ron's got behind
So you were having dinner, and
We were having dinner. He just complained of some indigestion afterwards, and then he stood up and collapsed.
okay, does he have any medical problems?
No, none.
Is he on medications for anything?
No,
Okay. Do you understand what's going on right now?
no.
Okay. His heart's not beating on its own. They're
Okay.
having to do CPR to try to get his heart to beat again. And they're going to shock him. Okay, it's going to look pretty violent, but that's to stimulate his heart to beat
Okay.
normally again.
Okay. Stretchers in, feet first. So, first on the way out.
Okay, Lidocaine in. Go and open that up, Ron.
Do you,
Okay. Go ahead and hold CPR. Charging. Everybody clear? I'm clear, you're clear, we're all clear. Go ahead and resume CPR.
you tired? You want me to do it? I'm all right.
Yeah, we got good
Good. Good, I got a slight radio. Good. Let's go ahead and get him on the backboard.
Count 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I just wanted my card.
Okay. Take normal sinus rhythm on the monitor.
1, 2, 3.
The firefighters and paramedics in the county work and train together on a regular basis with the common goal of providing the quickest response and best emergency care possible. All of the fire and EMS entities in the county are independently managed and governed. They all mutually assist each other, and their leaders meet on a regular basis to discuss common problems and seek cooperative solutions to county and region-wide emergency services issues. The firefighters and paramedics have done everything they can for Mike on the scene, and now they will continue that care en route to the hospital. Mike is not out of the woods yet, but he has a good chance of survival because of the early intervention of his wife. He has regained a pulse and he is starting to breathe on his own. Approximately 900,000 people every year lose their life to cardiovascular disease, and some 50 to 60% who die suddenly had no previous symptoms of this disease. If you show any of the signs or have any of the symptoms of a heart attack, call 911 immediately. Remember, time is of the essence.
Hey, St. Joe, this is Brian, I'm Medic 206. Got a patient report for you. You ready? Okay, I got a 45-year-old male, witnessed cardiac arrest. Did have bystander CPR on scene. We got there, found him in VFib, shocked him twice, started ACLS medications. Got him intubated right now, and after second shock, we do have a pulse back. He's at normal sinus rhythm right now. Blast pressure is about 100/60. He's sat in about 97 on the assisted ventilations. Color's still a little pale, but like I said, we do have IV established, and we're en route to your facility. We're just about 5 or 6 minutes out. Do you have any further questions? Okay, thank you. We'll see you in 5.
If you think you are having a heart attack, call 911 immediately. Some heart attacks are sudden and intense, the movie heart attack, where no one doubts what's happening. But most heart attacks start slowly with mild pain or discomfort. Often people affected aren't sure what's wrong and wait too long before getting help. Here are signs that can mean a heart attack is happening. Chest discomfort. Most heart attacks involve discomfort in the center of the chest that lasts more than a few minutes or that goes away and comes back. It can feel like uncomfortable pressure, squeezing, fullness, or pain. Discomfort in other areas of the upper body. Symptoms can include pain or discomfort in one or both arms, the back, neck, or jaw. Shortness of breath may occur with or without chest discomfort. Other signs may be breaking out in a cold sweat, nausea, or lightheadedness.
Nothing. Got a 45-year-old male for you. Wife called EMS because after he ate dinner, patient collapsed, and so she called 911. Dispatchers had the wife doing CPR when fire got there. When we got there, he was in VFib. Went ahead and shocked him at 120. Got an ET tube on him. He was pulseless apneic. ET tube on him. Got a lidocaine and epi in him. And,
Well, it's been a couple of weeks and Mike is on his way home. He had a number of tests, minor surgery, but his heart suffered little damage and he should recover completely. He needs to monitor his blood pressure, keep an eye on his cholesterol, and he's in for a healthier lifestyle. Becky's going to see to that. Unfortunately, not all 911 calls in this way, but many do have happy endings thanks to the hard work, dedication, and commitment of the emergency service professional in St. Charles County. We hope that our presentation was helpful. It was our intent to give you some insight into the emergency service notification system in the county. We hope that we never hear from you, but if we do, just remember, 911, your call for help.